Once you pass the running back 20 threshold in your draft, the landscape at the running back position dramatically changes. There's still a decent amount of talent available, but it always comes with a ton of risk. And even though he's technically a backup running back, once you pass the 4th round, there isn't a single player at the running back position who is safer to draft than Kareem Hunt. Okay, so in 2020, Kareem Hunt played all 16 games, and against Dallas, Nick Chubb got injured. So for more than 4 games, more than a quarter of the season, Kareem Hunt was actually treated as the starter in this backfield. On a per-game basis, his stats in 2020 last year were 14.8 touches per game, that would have ranked as running back 24 last season, 2.4 receptions per game, 28th among running backs, 71.6 yards per game would have ranked as running back 25, 0.69 touchdowns per game, nice, ranked as running back 15, so a pretty high touchdown rate. 4.25 yards per carry, however, was pretty low. It was only 50th among all running backs, so not very high. However, an average of 12.5 half PPR points per game would have ranked as running back 21 last year on a per game basis. So his yards per carry is not that high, especially for a player with such a good offensive line. But keep in mind, Kareem Hunt is used a lot on 3rd downs. His efficiency doesn't bother me at all. After all, we are talking about a backup running back, and despite this fact, he is getting a starter's workload. There's 32 starting running backs in the NFL, and Kareem Hunt is getting almost 15 touches per game, and that's more than 8 of those other starting running backs. So that's what his role on this team is and in this offense. He's basically a starter in the NFL at the running back position, but he's the backup on the Browns. When you look at his rush attempt and target totals from last season and combine them, you actually get 250 plays where Kareem Hunt was designed to get the ball last season. And considering he has the best offensive line in the NFL, his week-to-week floor is firmly within the top 25 running backs, and he's a flex play at worst every single week. I looked at the stats from the Cleveland Browns last year. Kareem Hunt is a better fantasy option when Nick Chubb has a good game. In 2020, when Nick Chubb scored more than 15 fantasy points in a game, Kareem Hunt averaged 13.75 half PPR points in those games. That number fell to 12.3 in the 4 games that Nick Chubb missed, and Kareem Hunt was the starter, and fell even further down to 10 half PPR points per game when Chubb failed to score 15 points. The identity of this team is the run game. Their strength is the offensive line and the running backs. And the touches that both players get in the 4th quarter are often super, super valuable. So if anything, you should feel more confident in Kareem Hunt when Nick Chubb starts the game really well. Kareem Hunt is currently being drafted as running back 23, 48th overall, so he's going as the last pick of the 4th round. I have him ranked as my running back 21, and it's really, really hard for me to pass on him in the 5th round when he's just sitting there. I consider him the safest running back option of all players being drafted in the 4th round or later. The only scenario where I don't want to draft him is if I already have Nick Chubb on my team, because I don't really want a handcuff insurance policy that comes at a 5th round draft price. So I don't really want to double dip, but if I don't have Nick Chubb on my team, give me Kareem Hunt as my flex play.